Welcome, folks. Welcome to the reboot of the Acid Roost channel for a while. After the fiasco that was the Jackie Chan game, I figure we need something as a return to form to kind of get the ball rolling again. That's definitely what's going to fucking happen. I have to make up for something. I'm getting tired of these games that the difficulty ramps up early on and leaves you kind of smoked. So I'm just kind of like, we're going to find a game here, one way or the other, that can be completed without the steep learning curve and stuff. And on top of that, this is going to be kind of a bonus. This is going to be similar to what I did with the Street Fighter 2 playthrough back in 2020, only this time there's going to be some new stuff. When I did the Ken playthrough back in 2020, there wasn't really anything new to watch just because there were no other characters. I mean, essentially you fight the 8 characters and that's the same thing, but I guess really because I guess you would have gotten to see me fight Ryu at least, because obviously you don't fight your own character in Street Fighter 2 The World Warrior. But other than that, it's not really much to the doing it a second time. But in this game, there are 4 other characters that you can fight that you'll always be able to fight because the campaign mode only has you fight 12. So essentially, we're going to get some good times here. And I've got a preposition for you. So how about making a drinking game out, if you're of age, making a drinking game of like guessing what the 4 characters will be that Ryu isn't going to fight. I mean, really, you may not see it until the Ken playthrough, but well, yeah, you're gonna know by the end of part 2. You will know about this. So yeah, I just would say order some pizza, go out and get some drinks, something like that. Run to the gas station and we're going to have some fun here. So we'll definitely make something out of this just to be able to see. Because I'm trying to bring this back to like what YouTube playthroughs of Street Fighter need to be. So most people could just say, kick your feet up and blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to say, hey, you might want to go find a couple 40 ounces, some Captain Morgan, some stuff like that. And, yeah. Just make some sort of playthrough. I mean, look at these characters right here, and you'll discover 4 of them we're not going to fight as Ryu. So, take shots obviously drink responsibly, but that's just kind of the concept here. So it's just fun to kind of do this. One of the characters has already been spoiled, so Ryu's rival Ken, his classmate and martial arts classmate, is the first opponent. But, yeah, we're just going to have some fun with this. I mean, really, I have a history with this game. I've played it for a while. I can do pretty decently. I used to try playing this game online on Xbox Live. I did buy, like, Street Fighter 2 for Xbox Live back in the day. And I'll tell you, there are some good people on that game. I mean, really, if you don't, I would definitely recommend, obviously this is almost 16, 17, 18 years after it's been available online, but you definitely want to be able to know how to fight on the right side of the screen. Like Ken switched up on me, so he's going to do it again here. So yeah, so you have to know how to fight in both directions, and that was something that kind of stumped me back in the day. I probably had encountered times where I did it, but it's a trick that it kind of separates folks when you play online, because some people know how to do it and they're pretty smooth. It's different from the computer because they may inadvertently hop over you, but online fighters will do that. So this wasn't good. I remember I probably hit my controller a couple times playing that online on the 360 back in the day. But alright, so next opponent, DJ. We're just gonna really run through this. So fun fact, if you like Street Fighter enough, there actually is a manga of it, or there's at least a decent comic book. It's from the 2000s. I remember that comic book from back in the day. It's pretty decent. Basically, like, damn near a manga version of, like, the Street Fighter saga. Basically tells from, yeah, just the Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha type stuff. It's got some good stuff in there. If you like art and that type stuff, if you like Spawn and Batman and like Punisher and that type of stuff, is definitely, the fights are pretty good. They've got some good moments in there, so I would recommend looking that up, Street Fighter comics. But yeah, Street Fighter anime. But yeah, so there's a number of I would have to say I'm trying to think of other things. It's actually kind of hot. I don't know. I just got hot all of a sudden. I don't know where that... Like, it's only... My computer's saying it's only 61 degrees, but I don't know what that is. I need to drink a Powerade or something. That's really what needs to happen here. But... I'll go ahead and spoil it. Like, this playthrough is different from my Street Fighter 2 playthrough. There's not going to be a part 3 of the Ryu playthrough just because I basically don't lose in any of 12 of these fights. I mean, not to spoil things, but just to kind of say, like, I mean, it's still going to be a fun playthrough, but just to know ahead of time. So the main thing, the most pungent thing about it is just guessing the characters. So, you know, we're on number 3, so there's still 5 other characters, or... Yeah, I don't know. There's a number of characters. I don't feel like doing the math, but just understand that. So, dolls him. Yep. Had some McDonald's the other day. Felt good about that. I don't know what that belch is from. I haven't eaten anything in a little while, so I don't know where that came from. But, yeah. Yeah, just kicking back with Mickey D's and that type of stuff. I'd like to get some Arby's. I really need to mess with some of that stuff again. Get back into the swing of getting that. Yeah, so Ryu's pretty fit. I mean, that's the thing about him. I mean, it's like, for example... Like, extracurricular information about him kind of depicts him kind of being fit and in shape. He's not someone that's eating donuts and, you know, like, chocolate and that type stuff. I would definitely have to say, like, it's just interesting. I mean, most of these characters are relatively fit, but it's just kind of... I mean, I would like a rendition of like some spin-off serial of like this show because it's been so long. I mean, as much as I like the Street Fighter series, I just feel like it's kind of strange paying attention to the newer. For some reason, it just can't capture the energy of like Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter Alpha. I mean, Street Fighter Alpha at least brought it back. Those were good games for the PlayStation and stuff, but I don't know. I mean, it's just a different crowd of people that like the Xbox 360 ones. I mean, the PlayStation 2 wasn't that good for those, but I don't know. I mean, everyone's kind of different nowadays, but for the most part, it just seems like the central opinion is these are the best ones, but it's kind of interesting. So we're going to have to whip Cammy here, and she's kind of quick. I mean, that's the thing about her is she's got some quick moves, so she's generally going to be faster than most characters, but she's also kind of weak. So, I mean, you can pummel her pretty easily. Just to be able to know that, but she can, you know, she's probably quicker on the draw than Ryu and stuff. I mean, I would think in like the turbo mode, she could, I mean, even if she's weaker, she could probably still knock down a health bar pretty quickly. But I do like the crows in the background. It's interesting. I like crows, so I like the Aurora Borealis up there too. It's not something you see in video games too often. So. Alright, so we've seen a fourth of the characters in this game, so you've got 8 more options here, folks. Who do you think they're going to be? There's 4 of them that we're not going to see, so just take your picks. Oh, here's T-Hawk. So, I'll go ahead and spoil it for you. Most playthroughs, you're probably going to see T-Hawk. His ratio, I'll go ahead and spoil it a little bit. Like, Cammy, for example, she has the least likelihood of you seeing of the new characters. Cammy and Fei Long are the ones that you will see the least. DJ is the one you'll see the second most, and T-Hawk's the one you're probably going to see the most often. It's just most playthroughs. It's I mean, despite the fact that he's the most common, it's actually rare to not see T-Hawk. That's kind of, so you could consider, just like it's rare to see Cammy, it's also rare to not see T-Hawk. So you have to kind of pay attention to that. So it's kind of the situation there. I don't know. It's just, you would think that there'd be a 25% ratio for all of them. That's, I'm sure that there's somewhere online where you could look that up, but that's kind of the thing about it. So Ken will probably be seeing T-Hawk also, I would have to imagine, but Alright, so yeah, we're about done with this episode. So I wanted to split this down the middle because, like, I don't know if I said this, but this is a relatively short playthrough. I mean, there's not a part 3. There won't be a part 3, so... but there will be a part 3 of the Ken... and the part 3 will be the Ken playthrough, but just to kind of, you know, get the situation there. Oh, Blanca got some easy bites in. Alright, folks, so just to sum things up here, you know, I'm going to stop it right down the middle in the Blanca fight, so you'll find out what happens here next time. But, alright, subscribe for more fun. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see y'all in part 2.